only a few days away until Danger Zone in Indianapolis. We welcome you to ACL Prime Live tonight from Atlantic City, New Jersey. Tonight, it is the go-home show for the Danger Zone. Tonight, we have an all-star card as HASEO takes on KANJI TATSUMI before their fatal four-way. Not only that, but we also have the Sonozakis taking on Asuka and Rena doing that Lioness Tag Team match tonight. And also, Matt Ishida takes on one of the competitors in the Tag Team Turmoil match, Kazuya Mishima. All this and more tonight on Prime. But it looks like we're getting ourselves prepared for yet another grand speech, as it were, from our king, Geese Howard, and the #1 contender for the ACL Championship, who will be facing off against Terry Bogard in that World Championship Extreme Rules match at Danger Zone in just a few short days. And ladies and gentlemen, it has been quite the interesting few weeks here on Prime, as of recently, Power Connection is basically making Terry Bogard's life a living, breathing hell, as it were, heading into Danger Zone. They are actively making sure that he does not step into Danger Zone 100%, and they are actively making sure of that fact by continuing to assault him week after week. It started just a few weeks ago on Prime 28 when they absolutely viciously assaulted him after the program, and they continued that assault after Rule completely destroyed him in that match they had last week. And Geese completely tried to damage his right arm, the right arm that he uses for the Buster Wolf, making sure that he is crippled going into Danger Zone, folks. And with word that it is now become an Extreme Rules match, you can only assume what is going to be reminded Terry Bogard going into Danger Zone in a few days, folks. But it looks like we're going to be hearing from the king himself here tonight. Hey, wait a damn minute! What the hell is Outer Heaven doing out here, folks? I mean, yeah, this is it. This Liquid Snake, and he's being led to the ring by Revolt, Ocelot, and Vampires tonight, folks. But what the hell kind of business do they have with Howard Connection? It seems like Liquid is taking... I think it might be Liquid taking offense to the comments that Howard was saying about being the next world champion. Because remember, folks, Liquid Snake still has that fight for the right opportunity, folks. And with talks of the Extreme Rules match happening, it would just be criminal to not take advantage of that, folks. And then you see Howard Connection on the side just absolutely flanking to each other, just wondering what the hell's going on. And Liquid is just getting straight to the point here, folks. And it was just as I thought, folks. Liquid is basically saying, don't get too comfortable, Geese, because he still has that fight for the right opportunity, and he's gonna use that no matter what he says at Danger. Oh, wait! There's Orochi! Orochi taking offense to those statements and just absolutely demolishing Liquid here, and Liquid trying to fight back, but Orochi just going right back for him with that big brute, going right back. It's obvious Orochi taken aback by those statements made by Liquid and is basically telling him, don't you dare do it, otherwise this is what's going to await you at Danger Zone. He's just continuing to absolutely maul Liquid Snake here, folks. And it's of course on the orders of Geese Howard to essentially eliminate all competition, all varying factors to make sure that he walks out of Danger Zone the world champion. He's eliminating the competition right now. This is disgusting, folks. We'll be right back. And we're back here on ACL Prime as we get set for the first of our matches here tonight as KANJI TATSUMI, one of the competitors in the Fatal 4-Way for the crossover title at Danger Zone, takes on another competitor in that Fatal 4-Way in HASEO, the player killer of Hacker Club. And it's crazy to think that in that Fatal 4-Way there are two members of Hacker Club, essentially making it a 2-on-1 occasion, or even 2-on-2 even, to add things up. It's even for Hacker Club, and it's even for separate competitors. But no matter how you squeeze it, no matter how you add it up, going into that match, Kenshin has a big disadvantage when you think about it, going into Danger Zone, considering the fact that he has a 75% chance of losing the title. And tonight we could be seeing one of the winners of that match in this one-on-one contest here tonight. I mean, we could be seeing our new crossover champion in the ring right now. But yet, as I say that, KANJI is just standing in the middle of the ring waiting for his opponent. And here he is, standing at the entranceway. It's all dark up at the entranceway. The player killer of Hacker Club has arrived here tonight. He stands at the entranceway, staring down at everybody. And you have got to wonder, considering everything that HASEO has done recently to basically assure that he... I'm not even sure that HASEO is even in that match to win the title for himself. He's more or less in that to basically assure that Tsukasa makes it out of that match the crossover champion once again, because that is basically why he is in that match. Now Kaiba put him in that match to essentially just give KANJI, to give everybody in that match a take, give everybody that match a bit of revenge considering what's been happening recently. Kanji just staring down at HASEO in that ring while he's taunting. And HASEO, without a care in the world, he knows damn well what he needs to do at Danger Zone to assure that Hacker Club makes out of it successfully. But it's all a matter of how he will do it. Both men are staring each other down. The ref is calling for the bell now. Bell has been rung. Kanji not wasting any time. Going right for HASEO there, folks. Remember, Kanji was absolutely decimated a couple weeks ago by Tsukasa in that match, in that one-on-one contest they had. So HASEO is going to be looking to send a message right to Tsukasa and to Kenshin as well by taking down HASEO here tonight. But in that same manner, HASEO is going to try and soften the blow for Kanji to try and give Tsukasa that edge going into it like they have been to Kenshin in the previous few weeks. I mean, last week Kenshin fell prey to Kirito Kirigara and the electric chair driver that sent him out of that. That is basically given, that for all intents and purposes has given Hacker Club that much needed edge. And they could be getting more of an edge tonight if HASEO manages to win here tonight. But again, that's only an if. Kanji is of course getting the early edge right now here tonight. And as I say that, HASEO is going right for it. Spike DDT. But wait, Kanji breaks out of it, sending HASEO right back down. And continuing to stomp away at Kanji. Kanji continuing to stomp away at HASEO. And continuing to just stomp away and just dealing enough damage to HASEO's chest area. And that uppercut right there by HASEO. HASEO needs to get some needs to just break, just to deal enough damage that by the time Danger Zone rolls around, he is basically helpless. But as I say that, Kanji going right back for it, the powerhouse of Inaba. And HASEO, oh wait, no, no! Kanji, but wait, HASEO moving out of the way, and a scoop slam. Scoop slam connects, Kanji going right onto the outside. But HASEO just giving Kanji enough time to get back in and attacking him. Going for a suplex of his own. Kanji trying to make a good gap between them, trying to tire out HASEO with, oh, and a knee right to the back. And wait a minute, no! HASEO reversing Kanji's maneuver. And now HASEO going up top. Go up to his natural orbit, top rope. Oh, and an overhook slam right there, and punching HASEO right in the face. Kanji. Wait a minute, HASEO breaking out of it. And wait a minute, oh no. Sidewalk slam right to his knee and bending the back right onto his knee. HASEO gaining that much needed advantage right there. And HASEO could be looking. He could be looking for that drive-by drop kick here, folks, and he's setting it up. Yes, the drive-by drop kick connects right onto the back of Kanji. But wait, Kanji breaking out of it. Reversal right there by Kanji. And here we go. And it was straight jacket DDT right there by Kanji onto HASEO. And now Kanji stomping away at HASEO now. Continuing to work HASEO for all his worth. Sending him into the ropes and going for that clothesline, but HASEO sends him to the ropes. And now using the ropes for leverage, knee right to the chest, knee right to the head even. And now Kanji going back to those punches, punching the face and then to the chest, but it's winded him. And HASEO using that to his advantage, setting him up for a fisherman suplex. And now HASEO just picking him up and dragging Kanji right to the center of the ring, going for that arm down. Kanji ain't looking so good here. HASEO going for the pin, one. Only getting a one there, folks. And HASEO going to pick him up. And when Kanji reverses it, one punch right to that chest to HASEO. And here we go. Oh, but Kanji was going for those strikes once again, but HASEO reverses it. HASEO working on the head now. Both men looking to deal quite a lot of damage to each other going into Danger Zone, folks. because they know damn well what will happen once these two get into the ring at that event. It is basically going to be serious. It's going to be prime time, and a muscle buster right there by HASEO. Muscle buster suplex right there by HASEO onto KANJI. And KANJI is being dealt quite a lot of damage now here, folks. But as I was saying, going into Danger Zone, there is going to be quite a lot of variables going into that situation. KANJI and Kenshin will most likely be wanting to take down Hacker Club because of recent events. Kenshin exclusively wants to take down both men, but KANJI is the biggest variable of all because he is essentially the wild card in this situation. Because he just wants the crossover title. He was the original #1 contender for that, and KANJI always slam. KANJI was the original #1 contender for the crossover title before Tsukasa and HASEO came into the picture in the first place. And KANJI will be looking to get that opportunity, and if he pulls out stuff like this at the event, and wait, no, KANJI's maneuver, the Thundering Slam, has been reversed, and HASEO suplex right there. And KANJI is back up, and he's gone for it. He's going for those one strikes right to the head. HASEO, oh, and the slingshot! He manages the slingshot just in the nick of time. And here we go. He's setting it up once again. What on earth is KANJI planning on doing here? And that deadlift fall away slam right there by KANJI. And KANJI dragging HASEO into the middle of the ring, and he's going to call him up. If he can hit this move at Danger Zone, it's going to be all over for everybody. And wait, no, HASEO for the second time, reversing that Thundering Slam. And wait a minute, oh god, the implant DDT, the implant buster right onto his knee. That deadly implant buster right onto the knee. The deadly arsenal of HASEO is not to be underestimated. That curb stomp, that terror of death, and that new implant buster right onto the knee. That deadly move was the move that took out HASEO. It was the move that HASEO used to help take out Kite. And HASEO continuing to dish out the damage onto KANJI. Both of these men are not in a good way right now. Both men are pushing each other to their absolute limits here. And HASEO is continuing to go at it. KANJI TATSUMI here tonight. Knee right to the head right there by HASEO. HASEO continuing to just soften KANJI up, ready for Danger Zone in a few days. And just continuing, and a big boot right to the head. And KANJI continuing to make headway, continuing to try and make an advantage point for himself. And a big boot right to HASEO of his own. And just stomping away, just continuing to stomp right onto HASEO, and HASEO reversing it. And oh wait, KANJI getting back into it, making headway. But wait, no! HASEO reverses it once again. And wait a minute, KANJI reverses it. Uppercut right there by HASEO. And now, HASEO looking to set him up, and here we go once again, implant bust! And another modification of the implant buster right there. Going for the pinfall modifier, and wait, HASEO, he's looking for that drive-by drop kick once again. Drive-by drop kick right to KANJI once again. And that look in the eyes of HASEO, he knows damn well that he could hit that curb stomp he could hit the curb stomp. And that elbow right to KANJI now. Oh, and a stomp right to KANJI there. And now setting KANJI up, and wait a minute. Oh, fisherman suplex once again. Back first, right onto the mat. And now working on those legs, HASEO just softening up KANJI as much as possible. He knows damn well if he softens him up enough, he won't be even a factor at Danger Zone, folks. Just working those knees now. And HASEO continuing to work KANJI for all his worth. Working on those legs, knowing that he can easily just soften KANJI up as much as possible. And a springboard senton. Strike right to HASEO. And wait a minute, KANJI being hit with a suplex right there by HASEO. And now continuing to use those mind games onto HASEO there, folks. Uppercut right there by HASEO. And a cutter reversed right there by KANJI onto HASEO. And HASEO picking him up once again. Fisherman suplex hits again. And now HASEO dragging him to the center of the ring. Both men are exhausted right now. Will this be enough to put KANJI away? 1, 2, 3. The utter exhaustion of this match between these two. HASEO completely exhausts KANJI in this match. Those drive-by dropkicks at the implant buster DDT. KANJI couldn't even break out the thundering slam right there. He could break out the fallaway slam, but he couldn't break out that thundercrack. HASEO has basically softened KANJI up, ready for Danger Zone in a few days. And the advantage is Hacker Club now. They have won every match for the past few weeks on Prime. We'll be right back here, folks. And we are back here on ACL Prime as we get set ready for the tag team match between opponents at Danger Zone, Asuka and Rena taking on the Sonozakis here tonight in a tag team match. The Lioness champion and her challenger at Danger Zone will team up here tonight. They are partners tonight. But at Danger Zone, they will essentially be opponents in quite possibly one of the most dangerous matches for the Lioness title we will probably ever see. It's Asuka defending against possibly her greatest challenge yet, as Rena returns to her battleground, her place of psychoticness, that Extreme Rules match. And speaking of Rena, that laugh can only signify the mistress of insanity, the demon of Hirabizawa herself. Rena, the longest reigning Lioness champion. She holds that distinction that holding the title for nearly a year. She won the title at turn of the century back in our last season. And tonight, she teams up with the person she lost that title to. But at Danger Zone, she has the chance to regain that Lioness title in the most extreme match, in one of the most deadly matches we will probably ever see in the Lioness division. The Lioness Extreme Rules match. Rena, of course, is no stranger to getting extreme, but she promises to push Asuka to her very limits in that match. And she will either break Asuka or she will make Asuka one of the greatest Lioness champions we have ever seen. But it is all a factor as to if Asuka can win or get extreme in the first place or not. But no matter what happens, it promises to be one hell of an encounter. But tonight, they are partners against two of Rena's friends. Now, Rena has had history with the Sonozakis. She helped Mion in her match against Shion at last season's Danger Zone CBV. Hell, those two faced off against each other at Danger Zone last season. And she won the Lioness Championship from Shion Sonozaki at Terror of the Century. But tonight, she faces off against both of them in tag team action with her opponent at Danger Zone this year, tonight. So you've got to wonder what is going through the mind of Rena in this whole competition when when given everything that is going on, given everything that both sides have been through with each other, you've just got to wonder specifically just what the hell is going to go through the mind of Rena here tonight. But as I say that, both teams are in the middle of the ring. Asuka is starting off on her side, and Mion is starting off for the Sonozakis. Ref is called for the bell. Asuka slowly moving towards Mion. Getting the first strike in the head. Basically showing off for Rena to basically say this is what's going to happen at Danger Zone. And as I say that, she misses the drop kick. Clothesline right onto Mion there. And just taunting at Mion. Rena just looking on, just seeing what the heck is she gonna do. And now working on Mion's arm there, folks, just working that arm for all it's worth. And looking to apply pressure to that arm, but Mion is breaking out of it, slowly punch right to the gut of Asuka. And Mion looking to look on at Asuka, and now setting Asuka up in a Total World, Asuka setting Mion up for that Total World DDT. And now just taunting in her corner, taunting at Rena, saying this is what's gonna happen. But as she says that, she's being flung to the outside by Mion. Rena looking on as Mion just throttles Asuka onto that mat, throttling her away onto that mat there, folks. And now stomping away at her now. And now dragging, and wait, Asuka reverses it. And a drop kick right there by Asuka as she gets back into the middle of the ring quickly. And now just quickly now, just getting enough time. And wait a minute, suplex right there by Asuka. Reversal suplex right there by Asuka. Rena just looking on, just cheering out to the crowd, just cheering out to the crowd as Asuka continues to work Mion. And Mion with a Total World DDT of her own. And now stomping away at Asuka now. And now looking for that submission. Trying to apply pressure to the head of Asuka there, folks. But there is honestly not enough pressure to even be applied there, folks. As Asuka easily breaks out of it. And now just assaulting dropkick right there by Asuka onto Mion. And now Asuka just stomping away at Mion now. Just showing absolute guts and tenacity as she's thrusts her right to the corner, attacking the friend of Rena Ryugu there. And now applying pressure to that arm once again. Working that arm for all it's worth there, folks. And now applying pressure once again, just putting all of her power into that arm there. Just hurting Mion's arm there, folks, and just throwing her right to the middle of the ring there. And now a toe kick once again, right there by Asuka onto Mion. And now, wait a minute, reversal by Mion. And now a strike right to the gut right there by Mion. And reversal by Asuka once again. And now flinging her right into the corner. And she looks to make the tag right to Rena, flinging her onto the center of the ring. Senton right there by Rena, and a kick right to the back by Asuka. Mion reversing it. Rena finally getting into the middle of the ring. But as she does that, Mion taking advantage. But wait, no, Rena! Suplex! Reversal connects! And Rena just kicking dust right into Mion. And despite not having seen action in months here, it's like she's barely missed a beat! And Rena just continuing to just showcase her pure dominance. This is what made her the face of the Lioness division for months and months on end. And Bulldog right there by Mion, right onto Mion, sending her to the middle of the mat. Splash right there by Rena from the middle rope. And now just gaining momentum, dragging her to the center of the ring. And now just stomping away at Mion there, folks. And wait a minute, what has Mion got planned? Here we go, short arm clothesline tackle. Short arm clothesline right there by Mion. And now, Mion. And now Rena not giving her any time. Mion not giving Rena any time either. Mion going for clothesline after clothesline. Wait, what has she got planned? Rena reversing it. Enziguri right there by Rena. And now Rena just calling up Mion now, folks. And here we go. Here we go. Spike DDT! That deadly spike DDT by Rena. And now, Mion and Rena is just allowing her to get to the middle, try to get to the other side there, because she needs to make a tag easily, and Rena is just allowing her to do so there. But wait, Mion not doing a drop kick right there by Rena. And now Rena just looking on. Wait a minute, no! Mion reverses it! Rena was just about to put Mion away right there, but Mion was not having it, and now the Sonozakis, they're double teaming Rena now, because in this contest, despite them being friends, all's fair in love and war, as they do say, and it's especially war in this case, and somersault, springboard somersault right there by Mion. And now a tag is being made by Rena onto Asuka, sending her in that same maneuver we saw from both of them before. And now Asuka's in. And now the deadly demon of the Sonozaki family is taking on our current Lioness champion. Knee right there onto Asuka right there by Shion, and a clothesline for good measure, going for the pin now. What? Oh, not even getting a one there onto Asuka. And now Shion just waiting and sending her up. What on earth has Shion got in mind? Oh, and a fisherman suplex right there for Asuka. I'm pretty sure Rena told Shion not to go easy on her, because essentially tonight, this is basically to help prepare her for their match at Danger Zone. And Shion knows damn well what it means to get absolutely brutal with an opponent, considering her matches as Lioness champion and her matches in general can be. So you've just got to wonder if Asuka really does have what it takes to go forward. And here we go. Somersault cutter. 1, 2. Only a 2 count there. And stomp it away on the Shion. And wait a minute. Slip over slam right there by Shion. And now what on earth has Shion got planned for Asuka? Sending Asuka into a ropes. And wait, no, reversal right there by Shion. And now sending Asuka into the corner right there. What on earth has Shion got planned here? Knee right to the back, and a clothesline, sending her down into the mat. And now Asuka trying to make the advantage, trying to make some sort of headway with an advantage there. Shion getting back into the ring now. Asuka being sent right into the corner. And now, wait a minute, the reversal right there by Asuka. Drop kick right there. It looks like Shion was getting ready to go for the Sonozaki combination right there. And now Asuka making the tag for Rena. And now we've seen this match before, but not quite in this manner. Shion and Rena, these two have had a storied rivalry from last season, and now going for the pin. Not even getting a 1 count once again. And now Rena is just sitting there in total dismay, and now is just waiting for her time, and now she's thrown right back down to the mat by Shion. And now being brought back up, and a knee headbutt right to that chin. And now Shion just stretching out Rena, stretching out that sore chest already. And now Shion just applying pressure right to that chest, and wait, Rena gets out of it, punching her. And now scissors right into the mat. Dropkick right to the knees right there onto Shion now. And just continuing to apply more and more pressure right to Shion right there. Now Rena just continuing to stomp away and go right on onto Rena there. onto Shio there. And here we go, once again, gonna go for it. That spiked it! That cleaver DDT! The cleaver DDT! And now, tag made onto Asuka. And now, Rena is applying it to the knees. And now Asuka calling up Shio. She knows she has to make it count. Roundhouse kick right to the chest. And now, leg! And now with those legs, and now Asuka has the big opportunity. There's a lot of distance, but can she make it? Here she goes. Ninja reverse stomp from the top rope onto Shio. And now Rena getting into the middle of the ring. Going up to it. 1, 2, 3. Asuka gets the win for her team. Asuka and Rena showing off one hell of a match against the Sonozakis here tonight. Showing incredible teamwork here tonight between both of them. Ladies and gentlemen, we just saw one hell of a contest between opponents at Danger Zone. And like I said, they are opponents. They are tag team partners tonight. They won their contest tonight. But at Danger Zone, these two women, despite being a good team together, they will face off against each other in one hell of a match. And if Asuka can break that out, or if Rena can break out the Liar's Leap, both of those women have deadly top rope maneuvers, and if either one of them breaks it out, it's essentially the end for either woman. And yes, of course, they're celebrating their tag team win here tonight, but they know damn well what awaits them in a few nights' time at Danger Zone. They know what will damn well happen at Danger Zone when the title is on the line, and Rena just staring down now that the match is over. She has that Lioness title, and she's just staring her down now, just going like, I'm coming for that in a few nights' time. Back here on ACL Prime as Matt Ishida gets prepared to take on Kazuya Mishima. Matt Ishida, one half of the Digidestined, who will be defending their tag team titles at Danger Zone in the first ever ACL Tag Team Turmoil match. They will be defending the titles against the Mishimas, against Fairy Tail, against Team Daiguren, against Revolver also and a band from Out of Heaven, and Triple M, Jax and Barrett. I mean, in that contest, you have got to be wondering what the mindset of the Digidestined is. Ty made the challenge for the entire tag team division last week, and now here tonight, Matt gets to showcase his prowess in singles action against Kazuya. But you have got to wonder if this will be the last time we see either member of the Digidestined as tag team champions, considering the dangers of what's going to happen in Tag Team Turmoil. Every tag team in ACL will be gunning for those tag team titles, and they've got to defend them in successive gauntlet fashion against all of them. I mean, we're guaranteed tag team champions by that numbers fact. But Matt is looking to go against the numbers and showcase his prowess against Kazuya here tonight. But you have got to wonder, because the Mishimas, ever since their loss at the Grand Slam, have basically been relegated to being Geese Howard's henchmen at this rate. I mean, we have not seen them in one-on-one competition in months, and Kazuya basically seeing that frustration for the first time in a long time. He is finally getting to have action here tonight. After being relegated to Geese Howard's henchmen tonight, the Mishima, one half of the Mishimas, looks to showcase what will happen at Tag Team Turmoil, and specifically what will happen when the Mishimas come for those tag team titles, because you know damn well when the Mishimas step in the ring, there is going to be nothing but pain and suffering, because that is what the Mishimas do. Matt looking on at Kazuya. Wait, Kazuya not wasting any time going for the knees, right to that. And like I said, once the Mishimas get in the ring, you can expect pain and suffering, because those are the two ways and facts of life for the Mishima clan. That's all they know. But you've really got to feel sorry for the Mishimas as well, because ever since the Grand Slam, their lives have been made pretty much a living hell. Heihachi was made to be pretty much embarrassed by Geese Howard in the Wrestlers Kingdom tournament, when he was forced to essentially vacate his spot to allow Geese to advance in the tournament. And Kazuya has basically been unseen ever since the Grand Slam, except for here tonight. And as I say that, Matt is basically just taking it to the Kazuya here tonight. But Kazuya with that clothesline is not wasting any time, going right back for Matt here tonight. But again, Kazuya just trying his best to showcase that what will happen at Danger Zone. Because the Mishimas know damn well if they bring home those tag team titles to Howard Connection, that Geese will obviously be very pleased. And honestly, Geese basically is telling them, get those tag team titles or your lives are going to be made a living hell. Because we know Rugal and Orochi are going to be... Because Orochi, I'm pretty sure, talks are being heard backstage of Orochi being in talks of a match at Danger Zone. And Rugal of course is going to be involved, is of course going to be leading, is going to be leading Geese to ringside for the World Championship match. And Matt from the top rope with that meteor from the top rope. And now working the arm of Kazuya there. Though knowing those arms being put to good use and being straightened out like that can only mean bad things. And wait a minute, Kazuya kicking out at one. And now Matt going for the kick, but Kazuya reverses it. And Kazuya going for that. Oh! Going for that backbreaker slam. Working the back of Matt right there, sending him into the ropes there. And now strike right to the chest. And now a knee right to the face. And now Kazuya just making damn sure that he applies as much pressure and pain to Matt as possible. Setting him up, telling him it's kill time. Strike right to the head. Another strike right to the head. And a wind-up strike right to the head once again. Just kicking and stomping away at Matt right there. Just applying enough pain and pressure right to one half of the tag team champions as Matt gets away from it and reverses it. But... head right to that chin right there and continue the assault. But wait, Matt reverses it. Kazuya's assault is reversed right there by Matt. Matt calling up Kazuya there, strike right to the head. And here we go. Side effect connects. The side effect connects right there by Matt onto Kazuya. And now Matt is looking to go for that twist of fate right there. And here we go. Wait a minute, no. The rising current. Rising Rising strike right there by Matt onto Kazuya. Kicking at it too, and Matt can't believe it. Matt is absolutely frustrated as Kazuya kicks out of that rising strike. And here we go, springboard senton onto Kazuya right there. And now Kazuya being thrown into the ring post. Oh wait, no, Kazuya reverses out of that strike. And now Matt's sending him into the next ring post. Ah, God. Kazuya reversing out of that strike by Matt. But Matt going for the roll-up from out of nowhere. But Kazuya gets a rope break. Kazuya being thrown around at the moment by Matt. He needs to get out of it. And that was a kick right to the back right there by Matt onto Kazuya right there. And now stomping away at him once again. And now working on that. Oh God, bunching it up and just stomping right onto it. Matt just trying to keep the advantage. And a kick right to the back of Kazuya right there by Matt. And wait a minute. No, Kazuya kicks at Matt's knee right there. And here we go, strike right to the head. And here we go. It's that backbreaker slam. Oh God! Backbreaker slam right there by Kazuya onto Matt. And now Kazuya calling up Matt now, knowing damn well what's going to happen now. And here we go. Oh God, the Mashimas! The Devil's Playbook. 1, 2, 3. And Kazuya gets the win there. And he knows going into Danger Zone that is going to weaken one half of the Digidestined right there. And it's going to bring some extra momentum right to the Mashimas. And that is going to be a deadly advantage right there. Because if the Mashimas manage to win at Danger Zone, that means Howard Connection gets the tag titles by default. And the Mashimas will become... But can the Mashimas become two-time tag team champions? Can the Digidestined defend in Tag Team Turmoil? Who will win Tag Team Turmoil? We're going to find out in a few nights' time at Danger Zone, folks. But I say that now. But that's all going to be at Danger Zone. Kazuya just looking on with pride, knowing damn well that in a few nights' time, he will get a chance to become a two-time tag team champion. Ladies and gentlemen, our main event is up next. We'll be right back. Daniel Mars. Right, red eye. No. Oh my God! No. Oh my God! Off the top. Oh! Wait! Oh my God! Oh, what a move that was! The button! No, Sasuke ducking! Sasuke sinking! Oh, he got it! 10 years of chasing a dream!
This is UCCW, the Ultimate CAW Championship Wrestling.
Get a tail off! CXWI World Champion. And now he's gonna spring out! Police champion! Wait here. Oh my, did you see? Another one! Like the third one! Oh my, no, I just hit a 10! The elbow drop! On the top!
We are back here on ACL Prime, and as I was alluding to before the break, we are about to run through the card for Danger Zone just a few nights here, folks. It's proving to be one of the biggest cards in ACL history. It is got to be a missed show. Let's run through it now. To start the card, we will have the Arcadia Bay Ass Kickers defending their tag team titles against Yang Xiaolong and Blake Belladonna of Team Ruby. Will the newly formed members of Team Ruby be able to take the titles from the Arcadia Bay Ass Kickers? Will Max and Chloe be able to defend once again? And then Asuka takes on Rena in a rematch from the All-Star Grand Slam. The difference this time, it's an Extreme Rules match. Will the psychotic killer from Hina Misawa regain her title, or will the Futamaki Ninja defend once again? We'll find out at Danger Zone. And then, as I alluded to before the break, Orochi will be in action. After the events from earlier tonight, it is Liquid Snake versus Orochi, and it's a no disqualification match. Will the holder of the Fight for the Right opportunity be able to break Orochi, or will Howard Connection gain another win? And then, Kenshin defends against HASEO, Tsukasa, and KANJI TATSUMI in a crossover championship fatal 4-way. Will a numbers game be too much for Kenshin? Will Hacker Club take the titles, or will KANJI TATSUMI walk out champion? We'll find out. And then, Tag Team Turmoil. Digidestined defend against all the tag team champions. Defend the tag team titles against every tag team in ACL. Will they walk out the champions? And then, it's Terry Bogard versus Geese Howard for the ACL Championship in an Extreme Rules match. Will Terry walk out champion? Will the King walk out victorious with his crown? We will find out at Danger Zone. But as I say that, folks, it is now time for the main event. Made just earlier tonight by Sonozaki, but after tonight's events as well, Orochi versus Vamp here tonight is your main event. Orochi will be taking on Liquid Snake at Danger Zone, folks, in that no disqualification match. But Orochi takes on a member against the big powerhouse of Outer Heaven, Vamp, in an equal footing match here tonight, and as your main event. But you have got to wonder what Liquid is going through as he goes through all of that, knowing that he has to face off against Orochi. Geese is preparing himself ready for that world title match at Danger Zone, folks. And it's going to be absolutely nuts when all those matches happen. And like I've been saying, Danger Zone 2017 is looking to be one of the most stacked cards in ACL history there, folks. We have Asuka versus Rena 2, the first ever Tag Team Turmoil. We have the Arcadia Bay Asuka versus Team Ruby. We have the crossover championship fatal 4-way. We have Geese versus Terry in Extreme Rules match. It proves to be one hell of a night, and a night you cannot afford to miss, folks. And it's all happening in just a few nights' time. But as I said, this is your main event. Orochi versus Vamp. And both members of each team are coming out. Liquid and Revolver also coming out to support Vamp. Geese and Rugal on the side of Orochi for this match. Both men having their squads on each other's side. And you have just gotta wonder what is going through the mind of each team, knowing damn well what they're going to be going through at Danger Zone. Liquid still having that fight for the right opportunity within his grasp, knows damn well what will happen if he had made that promise earlier tonight, and he hopes to make due on it at Danger Zone. But as then, this is now Orochi and Vamp on each side preparing themselves ready. Ref is calling for the bell. Both teams have had their support on the outside. Orochi not wasting any time, going right for it. And wait a minute. No, wait, no. Orochi knee. Orochi elbow. Right to Orochi, right, making the advantage right to Vamp, sending Vamp into the turnbuckle. Head first onto that ring post even. But Vamp trying to gain some kind of an advantage, but Orochi's powering. Both powerhouses of both teams just going at it. But Orochi, knowing damn well his power, that supernatural power of Yamato no Orochi, but you've got to also take into account and factor in, and wait a minute, Ocelot just providing a distraction for Orochi there, giving Vamp a chance to gain the momentum and going for that, lift up slam right there, the power, but Orochi just kicks out without a second thought. And Vamp, while Orochi is still down, just trying to keep the advantage, but Orochi goes right back with that power. And now Orochi just staring down, just looking, and Vamp just looking down at him, that hand, and wait a minute, there's a chair in the ring now. Revolver just bringing in a chair right for Vamp, and what the hell there, folks? And now Orochi just applying the pressure on the Vamp, but Vamp powering out it slowly right there, folks. And now Vamp just painfully just applying more pressure right to Orochi, setting him into Orochi. The ref is down there, folks. He got in the way, and now the ref is down there, folks. Vamp gained the advantage as he goes right for Orochi now. But Orochi is no slouch, and he's not wasting any time, giving a senton. Reversal right there, and those big powering legs. Oh, and a big boot right to Vamp's head. And now just stomping away. And now continuing to just taunt and just tell Vamp that he doesn't have a chance in hell. And now deadlift slam, setting it up for Vamp. And now Vamp is in trouble here, folks. Deadlift slam by Orochi. Right there onto Vamp by Orochi, just continuing to stomp away. Just tell Liquid this is what's going to happen to you at Danger Zone a few nights' time. And Orochi just making sure that there is enough to essentially just to send not only a message to Liquid, but to send a message to everyone who dares to get in the way of Howard Connection. And even telling Terry that this is what's going to happen. And he's definitely making that gesture right to Liquid now. And Liquid is just staring down at him. Vamp trying his best to make headway here, folks. But it is just too much for Vamp. Vamp is in absolute trouble here, folks. I mean, oh god. Orochi is looking to end it now. He's going to be looking for it. Oh god. Here we go. Original Sin! And now Revolver Ocelot making a distraction once again for Orochi with that Original Sin chokeslam right there. And Orochi. And now Orochi just keeping Vamp down, going for that pinfall now. Going for the pin, and wait. Liquids, and now wait. The other members of Out of Heaven are still providing a distraction to keep Vamp alive in this match here, folks. And now, leg drop right there by Orochi. And now, he's going to look for that deadlift slam once again. And oh god, just still applying the pain right to Vamp. And now showing Orochi. And now the pure strength of Orochi. And Revolver Ocelot has basically been ejected after everything. Liquid now telling him he's not afraid of what's going to happen. Revolver Ocelot may be gone, but Liquid is still here, and he ain't afraid of what's going to happen. And here we go. Oh god, he's going to go for it a second time. A second time in this match, proving a point to Liquid. Original Sin. And now Vamp is laying there. He's very much in pain. 1, 2, 3. And Orochi, with that, wins the match here tonight for Howard Connection. And just showcasing what the strength and power of Orochi is to be expected when Liquid steps in the ring with him at Danger Zone. Not only that here, folks, but Geese Howard and Howard Connection now have the full advantage going into Danger Zone. They have the momentum, and now they know damn well that nobody can stop them going into Danger Zone in a few weeks. I mean, not in a few weeks, in a few nights there, folks. They stand tall here tonight, but will that be the case at Danger Zone? And hey, wait! Wait a damn minute, that's Terry on the ramp. Terry looking down and he's looking for a fight. He is here tonight here, folks. And he knows damn well what he wants to do to Terry. And Terry knows damn well he wants to do to Geese. And he ain't waiting until Danger Zone to get it going here tonight. He wants Geese right here, right now. And Geese is obliging. They're going at it here, folks. They're going absolutely mental here tonight. The referees and the officials are trying to keep them apart. They're trying to keep them apart here, ready for it. And when Terry going right for it, he's breaking away from the officials. Going right for Geese. Geese going right for Terry now. Terry just, both men just going absolutely mental on the ramp here, folks. They're both going absolutely crazy here. The officials have just lost absolute control here, folks. They're going absolutely mental. They were trying to keep these two apart, but it's absolutely insane. And now Terry just trying to keep... Oh, wait! Frugal with that sledgehammer, trying to weaken Terry here, folks. Trying to make sure that he keeps Terry down. And Terry trying to fight back as much as possible. Grabbing that sledgehammer and attacking Frugal. Revenge for what happened last week. Revenge for the past few weeks that have been happening here. The assault on Terry, and he's getting some much needed revenge after the past few weeks. And now Frugal just trying to keep Terry down. Geese just trying to keep himself at bay, trying to keep Terry away from him, just while Frugal basically weakens him up, and it's a great by Frugal. Frugal calling up Terry once again, and now what the hell is Frugal going to do now? Terry just standing there, wait a minute, Frugal just summing him up once again, and wait a minute, Terry breaks out of it. Terry's had enough, he's going absolutely crazy at them. He's going absolutely crazy at every member of Howard Connection here. Wait a minute. Terry, he's not done. Crack shoot right there by Terry, and he's not done. He's gonna absolutely destroy Frugal. And wait a minute, elbow right there. And wait a minute, sending Frugal down. Clothesline onto Frugal. And Terry ain't done. He's proving a point right to Frugal here, folks. He's gonna absolutely destroy Buster Wolf onto Frugal there, folks. And he's making a point right there. He's going right back to Geese now. He's grabbing that chair, whacking it right to Geese. Destroying Geese here, folks. And now he's calling up Geese. Gonna give him a crack shoot now. He's gonna go for it now. Oh, and a wild strike right to the head of Geese Howard. And now he's calling up Geese once again here, folks. He's looking to deal major damage before Danger Zone to basically assert dominance here before their match. And Danger Zone throwing him onto the barricade. And he's not done. He's throwing him onto that barricade. And wait, no. Terry, don't you dare. What the hell are you doing? Oh God, oh God, oh God. No! Spear right to the barricade. Terry has absolutely gone crazy here, folks. He's dealing enough. He's had enough of what Howard Connection has been doing. And he's looking to take Geese Howard out before that match. And wait, Orochi, big brute. Howard Connection are basically making sure that Terry doesn't make it to Danger Zone. But Terry is making sure that Howard Connection don't even make it there either. It's just an all-out war between both of these teams, folks. It's an all-out war between both sides. And both sides have just gone absolutely mental. And now Terry looking for yet another weapon. He's grabbing that kendo stick, folks. Kendo stick right to the back. And now just striking away at Orochi. And now, once again, going right for it. Orochi reversing it, going right for Terry now. Orochi just continuing to do it. Oh, that kendo stick right to Terry now. And now just working with that kendo stick onto Terry. Terry trying to fight back, clothesline. And now Terry just trying to fight back as much as possible here, folks. Grab. And now Terry has got Orochi where he wants him. Terry sending up Orochi here, folks. Just waiting for him to get back up. Orochi. Oh, and I'm waiting. What is Terry doing? Wild strike right to Orochi. And here we go. He's going to give Orochi one for himself. Here we go. Buster over right to Orochi now. And just turning away. Orochi is down. Frugal is down. All that's left is Geese Howard now. And now throwing Geese. Right, Geese has finally got him back up, and he's finally back, throwing him into the middle of the ring. And wait a minute. Terry's summoning up all of his power, all of his strength. He's going to go into his one shot. Here we go. He's giving it, going to go for free pass. So long to Geese Howard. And Terry sending a very clear and distinct message to Howard Connection that at Danger Zone, it is going to be war. Ladies and gentlemen, this will conclude tonight's exciting night of ACL. We will see you at Danger Zone for one hell of a night. We will see you there. Good night, folks.